Imagine you are a billionaire and you can visit almost anywhere whenever you want. Tokyo for dinner, Zanzibar for the beach, or the Caribbean because winter feels too long. But around 500 years ago, even unlimited gold could not buy that freedom. So what would the most powerful traveler in 1500 actually be able to do? First, you would need to forget the modern meaning of a vacation. There were journeys for trade, diplomacy, war, pilgrimage, study, and visits to relatives. Wealthy rulers also moved between estates, hunted, attended festivals, and stayed at places with pleasant landscapes or healing waters. But a private trip chosen mainly for rest, with a fixed itinerary and a reliable return date, was not yet a normal product you could simply purchase. Suppose you begin somewhere in Western Europe and ask to see the world. Your money buys horses, servants, armed guards, interpreters, letters of introduction, and space aboard a ship. It does not buy a global transport network. Roads vary enormously. Some connect prosperous cities, others become mud, disappear into mountain passes, or remain unsafe without local knowledge. At night, you might find an inn, a monastery, a private household, or nothing prepared for you at all. The same problem appears far beyond Europe. Across parts of the Middle East and Central Asia, established caravan routes link major markets. A caravanserai, meaning a roadside lodging built for travelers and their animals, can offer shelter, water, and a protected courtyard. Across the Indian Ocean, sailors, merchants, and pilgrims move between East Africa, Arabia, India, and Southeast Asia through old commercial networks. These are not empty or disconnected worlds. They are highly skilled systems built around trade, faith, geography, and seasonal winds. But they are not designed around your personal calendar. To sail across the Indian Ocean, you may have to wait for the monsoon, the seasonal wind pattern that determines when ships can travel efficiently in each direction. Miss the right winds, and your luxurious escape may be delayed for months. Your fortune can rent the best available cabin, yet it cannot order the wind to change. You could attempt something even more ambitious. By 1500, Portuguese ships had created a sea connection between Europe and Asian ports by rounding the Cape of Good Hope. Spanish expeditions had crossed the Atlantic, while the first voyage around the world had recently been completed by the surviving members of Magellan's expedition. The planet was becoming more tightly connected, but these voyages were commercial, military, and imperial projects. They were not cruises. Ocean travel meant crowded wooden ships, limited fresh food and water, storms, disease, shipwreck, and journeys measured in months rather than hours. Reaching land would not make every destination yours to enter. The world of 1525 was divided among kingdoms, empires, city-states, trading communities, and indigenous societies with their own authorities and customs. A letter welcomed in one port might mean nothing in the next. Your clothing, language, religion, companions, or political connections could matter more than the weight of your purse. Coins also had to be recognized, weighed, tested, or exchanged. Being rich did not make your wealth instantly usable everywhere, and some journeys would place you inside violent expansion rather than harmless sightseeing. In the Americas, European conquest and colonization were already destroying communities through warfare, forced labor, and diseases introduced from across the Atlantic. You could not treat this world as an untouched holiday landscape without becoming part of a dangerous political reality. The people you encountered were not scenery. They had territories, alliances, conflicts, and lives that your arrival could disrupt. There is a surprising advantage, however. Your journey might feel more connected to local life than many modern holidays. You would depend on pilots who understood coastlines, guides who knew roads and water sources, translators who could negotiate, and hosts who could protect you. Travel would force you into human relationships. You could not move through the world while remaining sealed inside the same international hotel, the same apps, and the same familiar routines. Yet that closeness came with almost no control. Today, a delayed flight can ruin your weekend. In 1500, a delayed ship could change an entire year. There was no instant weather forecast, no emergency flight home, no message confirming that you had arrived, and no modern medicine waiting in every major destination. Your family might hear nothing for months. They might never know precisely where your journey ended. So your gold could make travel more comfortable than it was for most people. It could purchase expertise, status, protection, and time away from labor. What it could not purchase was the essential luxury of a modern vacation confidence that the destination is reachable, that you are expected there, and that you can return when you choose. Imagine you are a billionaire, and only now do you realize that the greatest travel luxury is not where you can go, but knowing you can come home.